Hi friends, it's Marika Lake here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a look inside the Meteorology Science Unit from The Good and the Beautiful. So those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. It is so great to have you. I've got lots of new subscribers lately and I'm so thankful that you are here. On my channel, I love to talk about all things homeschool. So make sure you check out all of my homeschool playlists. I also do book reviews and some foster care videos, because we are a foster care family, and I also have family vlogs as well, so make sure you check out the links in the description box down below to my other videos. As I said, my name's Marika. I live on the west coast of Australia with my hubby Greg, and we have 4 beautiful children. I have Will, who's 13, I have Em, who's 8, Cruz is 6, and little Jackson is 4 years old. And we are into our 3rd year of homeschooling, and this year my youngest Jackson is in kindy, so all of the children are actually doing homeschool with me at home. When we started, I think it was just 2 of them, but now I'm homeschooling all 4 children. As I said, today's video, I'm going to give you a look at the Meteorology unit from The Good and the Beautiful. It is a science unit, and we have been completing this unit with our friends, and we've been really enjoying it. So let's take a look inside the unit. All right, so here is the Meteorology unit from The Good and the Beautiful. Now, The Good and the Beautiful is an American company, and so for this curriculum, I have purchased the PDF download and printed this off myself and just popped it into this 2-ring binder. Now, I've done that because I am in Australia and shipping from America to Australia is very expensive. But if you are in America, you can purchase printed copies of this beautiful curriculum, or you can do the PDF download like I have. I will leave a link in the description box down below to this science unit, so you can have a look at the different options for purchasing and also the price as well. As I said, I printed my copy off just at home, and as you can see, I have got lines running through my printed copy. That has nothing to do with the curriculum or the PDF download, and everything to do with the printer here. So yeah, just ignore those lines. I didn't want to reprint it. So when you do print it out, it will look amazing, but the printer just needed to be cleaned. So I thought I would just throw that in there. Okay, so this is a meteorology unit or weather unit, and it's for ages K to 8, so kindergarten through to grade 8. And that's why we love the science curriculums from The Good and the Beautiful, because they can be done family style. And so I have a kindergartner all the way through to a grade 7. So this one curriculum can be used with all ages, and that's why I really love it. Now, we do unit studies here in our house, and unit studies do have science that are in there, but we have decided to do extra science, and we do this with our homeschool friends. And the reason I love it is because it has hands-on science experiments in this curriculum as well. My unit studies haven't had too much hands-on science experiments, so that's why I have added in the science units from The Good and the Beautiful, so that we can enjoy some hands-on science experiments. Okay, here is the table of contents for this unit. If you wanted to pause and take a closer look, you can, but basically there are 20 lessons, and you can do that however you want. We do 1 a week, so this will take us 20 weeks to complete, but you can do more than 1 a week. It's totally up to you and what your schedule is like. So there are all the topics that are covered in this unit study. Now, it has this unit information here, which things that they recommend you do, that you have a science journal so that you can put all of your worksheets or any writing into a journal. They suggest you make a science wall, and they give you some terminology cards that you can print off and add to the science wall. There's mini books that are included in the curriculum that you print out and you can assemble yourself. So everything that you need is within the curriculum. It says to go through lesson preparation, a brief overview about experiments and setting up a weather station. And then more here, daily weather data pages and about teaching older children. Now, if you have want to extend these lessons in any way for older children, they do give you ideas throughout the curriculum that you can extend this further for any older children, which is great. I really like that. It also comes with a supply list at the very, very beginning, which is really great. So you can go through and quickly at a glance have a look at all of the supplies that you will need for any experiments on these 2 pages. So you don't have to flick through the curriculum to find out all the things you need. It is already all included here at the beginning so that you can go ahead and prepare if you want at the very beginning of doing this unit and have everything ready, or you can go week by week, however it is that you work that out. But it's great that they have a supply list. So let's just have a look at some of the supplies you would need to complete this unit study. Most of these things you will have lying around your home, so it's pretty great how easy it is to do the experiments with the home supplies. Okay, so for instance, Lesson 2, 4 cotton balls, red, yellow, orange, green and brown craft paper, paintbrushes, optional read aloud books. Again down here, glue, scissors, markers. Here for doing an experiment, we have things like glass jars, Ziploc bags, rubber band, card, small candle, empty balloon, funnel, ping pong ball, frying pan, stove or burner, empty aluminium can, tongs, pie plates, ice, and things like that. So really easy supplies that you can gather and do the experiments yourself. Another handy hint that you can do if you don't end up completing the hands-on experiments is actually find an experiment on YouTube that you can watch, and then you can watch someone else do it if you didn't want to do the experiment yourself, or it failed or something like that. That is always an option. So we often do that. If I don't have the supplies or the time to do the experiment, or our experiment fails, we go to YouTube and find someone else who's done it successfully. They also offer you a list of optional read aloud books and storybooks that you can add into this curriculum as well. And so they've broken it down by lessons and given you some ideas if you wanted to extend this further and look at more books. They've given you a whole list of books that you can have a look at. And here is the vocabulary cards for that science wall that they were talking about at the beginning of the curriculum. So what each lesson they will introduce a new word, a new concept, and they've given you these cards. And so what it's designed to do is that you would cut these cards out, and as you do a lesson and introduce a new concept, you can show them the card and then pop it up onto the wall, onto a pin-up board or a science wall that you have created, and then you'll have all of the cards up there that they can easily access and read to remind themselves of the concepts that you have been learning about. Now, I haven't done that. I've just left everything here so that you can see, but you can cut these out, you can laminate them or print them on card, and these become the cards for your science wall, which is always a good idea to have concepts up so that the children can be reminded of the words and what it is that they mean. Now we pop straight into the lessons, and I love the way that the Good and the Beautiful set out their lessons. They give you everything that you need to read aloud to teach your children the science concept. So they have this is lesson 1, the creation of weather. They include the objectives of the lesson that you're looking at, and also any preparation that you'll need to do. So generally what I do is grab this a day or 2 before I'm going to do science. I'll quickly look at the lesson, I'll have a look at anything I need to prepare or gather, and then I will go ahead and gather those things, and that's all you need to do. It's really open and go. It's fantastic. It has read aloud sections that you're going to read aloud to your children, and basically giving the concept, what it is that you're teaching. They have questions that you can ask your children, and they do include the answer as well. And so it's really, really great. Then it goes into looking at this lesson in particular has a mini book to look at. And so I'll just show you that. So here is the mini book, and what you would do is you would cut along the lines. So there are all the pages, as you can see. What you would do is you would cut along the line of all of the pages, stack them all together, staple it on the end, and create a mini book that you can read. If you didn't want to do that, or you've got lots of children who are looking at wanting to look at the book, if you've got this as a digital download, you can cast this to your TV if you have that function with your TV. We have Apple TV and I have a Apple laptops, and so I just cast from my computer to my TV so that these pictures and the text will be on the big screen, and then the children can all see the images, and my older children can read aloud from there if it's on the TV. So that's just another idea. So you read aloud to the children, you have a look at the mini book. There is discussion section here for the different pages, okay, of the mini book that you were looking at. And then it goes into doing something in their science journals. Remember at the beginning they said create a science journal. It could be a file like this, a separate notebook, however it is that you want to set out. So when it comes to doing any writing or activities, all of that will go into their science journal. So this one here explains what it is you're going to use, what it is you're going to do for the activity, and any materials that you may need. And they've actually given a sheet that you can then run off multiple copies if you have multiple children who are completing this unit, and they are going to be doing I think it's creating a picture. They're going to be creating a picture on this sheet, and then you can pop that into their science journals. And that was all of lesson 1. And so let me just show you another lesson quickly. This is lesson 2, and it's the introduction to seasons. Again, if you can see up here, we have the objective of the lesson. We have any preparation that needs to be done. We have an optional read aloud here if you wanted to. It's optional, you don't have to. That's a book from the beginning of the curriculum that they suggested. And then it goes into what you read aloud to the children, which is really easy. Any questions that you ask are there with answers. And then it goes straight into the activity here. Gives you an explanation of what the activity, again, another section to read aloud, and then completing the activity. This one, they have given a worksheet, which is here, so you can print off multiple copies, and then they've included these beautiful artworks. And so for this lesson, they're going to be studying the different pictures, and there is information about the pictures and questions to ask as well for the seasons. So that's the winter one, spring, summer, and autumn. And then just here, just to show you this, we have the older children lesson extension, which is really great, and this is why I love this curriculum as well. So for me, I have an older child who's 13, so my younger children wouldn't do this, but if I wanted to extend this lesson out, I could definitely do this for my older child. So it says, if you have older children from grades 7 to 12, you can do one of the following. You can research and create a list of animals that hibernate. Write down what they do to prepare for hibernation, how long they hibernate, and what process their bodies go through during hibernation. Or research and write in detail how leaves lose their colour in autumn and what causes them to fall from the trees. And so that's great. I really love that. So I can pick one of these or both for my older students, my older child, to extend this lesson out. So while the kiddies are doing the colouring in page, I can extend this out for my older son. So all of the lessons throughout this curriculum are set out there. It will have anything that you need to gather, read aloud sections with questions and any answers to those questions, description of how the activity is going to be completed, offers you extension ideas, and then includes any of the worksheets that you will need to complete any of the activities. And that's just why also I love having the PDF download of curriculum, because then it makes printing out extra sheets for all of my children super easy. And so I love that this is really a grab and go curriculum. It has all the information that you need to teach the children new concepts. It has all the sheets that you need. You don't need to add anything extra, obviously just gathering supplies to complete experiments, but everything you have is in this curriculum. And that's why I really love these science units from the Good and the Beautiful. Things that are grab and go are definitely up my alley for me. I have lots of children, I'm very busy, and so this is something that I can pick up on the morning, gather my materials, because most of the materials I have lying around my house, and go ahead and teach the lesson. And so I am, as a parent, teaching this curriculum, I am really enjoying it, and my kids are also enjoying learning about weather, and they love the simple hands-on experiments too, so they like to do that as well. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Make sure you check out the links in the description box down below. I will link to the curriculum down below and some other videos that you might be interested in looking at on my channel. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye.